All right, here we have a linear equation. Don't worry about the big scary word linear equation. That's why we have the shark and the dinosaur up here. Just to make fun of those big scary words. You don't have to know those words at all. All we have to know how to do is work the little problem. And so here we have some little equation. We've got some x terms in here. We've got some numbers. And I see we have x's and numbers on both sides. We're going to move numbers around until we have x all by itself on one side of the equation. So here we go. First thing we're going to do is combine any terms that look similar. So here we have an x term, and here's another term with x in it. So x plus 2x is the same as 1x plus 2x. And 1 plus 2 is 3. And 1x plus 2x is 3x. So the first thing I'm going to do is combine those two terms, x plus 2x, to be 3x. And then I'm going to combine these two terms that look similar. They're just numbers, right? So 6 plus 4, that can be simplified to be just plus 10. So positive 6 and a positive 4 is combined to be positive 10. And the right side, this x plus 18, I'm just going to rewrite it. I'm not going to do anything to that right now. So x plus 18. Now we're continue on our quest to get x by itself. So we've got 3x on one side. We've got a 1x essentially on the other side. X is the same as 1x. So the first thing I'm going to do is just rewrite this equation. 3x plus 10. I'll leave a little space here and say equals. Same thing. I'm just rewriting the equation. X plus 18. I'd like to get rid of the x on the right side. So how do I do that? Well, I've got a 1x. I could just subtract. Just put a minus 1x on the right side. So this x here minus this x here is going to go to 0. So that's great. But hey, look, whenever I put this minus x on the right side, I needed to put a minus x over here on the left side. So let's combine like terms again, which is what we're doing, and see what we get. On the left side, I've got a 3x here and a minus 1x there. So 3x minus 1x is 2x. Just like 3 minus 2 is 1. 3 times x minus 1 times x is 2 times x. So I'm going to simplify that and write a 2x. And this plus 10, I'm not going to do anything with it right now. So I'm just going to rewrite plus 10. And then over here on the right side, we have some fun again. We're going to combine this x and this minus x. Well, plus 1x and minus 1x, or x minus x, is 0. So that whole term simplifies to 0. Plus 18. I'm going to rewrite that. No changes there. So now we have on the left side 2x plus 10. And on the right side we have 0 plus 18. Which really is what? The same as 18, right? I can just write it as 18. So let's just simplify this again and rewrite it without the 0. I'm going to say 2x, just rewriting what's above, plus 10, just rewriting the 10 that's above, is equal to 18. So now I need to get rid of the 10 that's here by itself. So what I'm going to do is subtract 10, and that 10 minus 10 will go to 0. But whatever we do to one side of the equation, we have to do to the other side of the equation. So I'm going to make sure I have a minus 10 on both sides of the equation. We will simplify. again, or combine like terms. So this 2x right here, I'm just going to rewrite it as 2x plus 10 minus 10. This whole term here of 10 minus 10, that is 0. And then on the right side, it equals 18 minus 10 is 8. And now we're down to 2x equals 8. All I did was get rid of the 0 right here. So 2x equals 8. How do we get rid of that last little 2 over there on the left side? Well, I'm going to divide both sides of the equation, the entire equation, by 2. The left side by 2 and the right side by 2. And when I do that, this first term, 2 divided by 2, simplifies to just 1. I'm going to write it to the right here. 1. And then the x doesn't change. I'm just going to rewrite that right here. That's not a very good arrow, is it? That's a terrible arrow, actually. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to rewrite that x. It doesn't change. And that equals, on the right side, 8 divided by 2 is 4. So our solution is x equals 4. And I'm going to put a rectangle around it just to show that that is our solution. And we can stop right there. But if you want to make sure you got the right answer, you want to double check yourself, make sure you didn't make a mistake, we can take this solution of x equals 4 and plug it back into the original equation. And if both sides of the equation are equal, in other words, we come up with two numbers that are equal, then we know we got the right answer. So the first thing we need to do is rewrite the original equation. So there it is. And what we're going to do is everywhere that there's an x in the original equation, we're going to plug in our solution of x equals 4 and see if both sides of this equation stay equal. That means we got a good answer. So here we go. We're going to start plugging in our solution of x equals 4 right here. So the first x, we're going to plug in a 4 plus 6. That's this 6 right here. Plus 2x. And our x is 4, so I'm going to say 2 times 4 plus 4, just rewriting that 4 right there, equals, on the right side, x, we're going to plug in a 4 again, and then plus 18. Just rewriting this 18 right here. Simplifying again, on the left side is 4 plus 6 plus this term right here, 2 times 4, that's 8, plus 4, just rewriting what's above, equals 4 plus 18. Well, 18 plus 4, what is that? 22. All right, so let's just simplify again. On the left side, 4 plus 6 is 10, plus 8 is 18, plus 4 is 22. So all those numbers sum to 22. And then on the right side, we already had a 22. So we got two numbers that equal each other, and that means our solution checks out. So we know that x equals 4 is our solution, and we verified it by plugging it in. So once again, there's our solution, and we know that's the correct answer. And I'm going to give us an A+.
Thumbs up and subscribe. For more videos like this, check out algebravideos.com.